Open your control panel and look at your installed programs. Scroll down to the M's. See all those Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable entries? Count them. I have around 10 different versions of what looks like the exact same program. Some from 2005, some from 2015, multiple copies of 2012, both 86 and 64 versions. And here's the thing, you can't delete them. Well, you can, but then your programs start breaking. Let me explain why. Think of it like this. When a developer makes a program, they don't write everything from scratch. They use pre-built code libraries, collections of functions that handle common tasks like opening windows, processing graphics, managing memory. Microsoft Visual C++ is one of those libraries. It's a toolkit that thousands of programs rely on to work. But here's the catch. Different programs were built with different versions of this toolkit. A game from 2010 might need Visual C++ 2008. A program from 2020 needs Visual C++ 2019. And they're not interchangeable. It's like having books written in different editions of English. You can't just use the 2024 dictionary to read a book from 1950. Some words have different meanings. Some don't exist yet. So when you install a program that needs a specific Visual C++ version, it installs that version, and it stays there. Every few years, Microsoft releases a new version of Visual C++, and developers build their programs using whichever version was current at the time. That game you installed from 2012, built with Visual C++ 2010. And here's where it gets messy. You also have both 86 and 64 versions. That's 32-bit and 64-bit. Even if you're running 64-bit Windows, 32-bit programs still need the 32-bit Visual C++ versions. You'd think the newest Visual C++ would be backwards compatible, right? Just install 2022 and it should handle everything. Nope. Microsoft doesn't make newer versions fully compatible with older ones. If a program expects Visual C++ 2010 and you only have 2022 installed, the program looks for specific files that don't exist in the 2022 version, and it just crashes. No error message explaining what's wrong, it just fails to launch. So you need to keep all the old versions around, just in case. Let's say you get frustrated and start deleting Visual C++ versions to free up space. What happens? Well, nothing at first. Everything seems fine, but then you try to open a game. Crash. The code it needs to run just isn't there anymore. Here's what you need to understand. Those dozens of Visual C++ installations aren't a bug. They're not bloat. They're actually necessary. Every version exists because some program on your computer needs it. And they don't even take up that much space. Each one is maybe 10 to 50 megabytes. That's nothing. Microsoft could force developers to always use the latest version. But then every program would need constant updates just to keep running. So next time you see that long list of Microsoft Visual C++ redistributables, don't delete them. They're there for a reason. And that reason is making sure your computer actually works.